So I'm just revising inner integrity before we enter into the activation process. Okay? So inner integrity means you're getting in touch with your own emotions and finding that what you point to others are actually there in you. Hmm? So Ariel is pointing to her boyfriend that you have this kind of characteristic. Immediately he's pointing to her and saying, you also have the same. Until then, she's not realizing it. Right? So that is the purpose of a partner. So you read Spiritual Partnership book by Gary Zucker, you will understand what I'm saying. Spiritual partnership. So you have a clear idea that if you have been having past lives, which you have been, if you have been having negative emotions, which you have been, those collection of negative emotions which you have had in the past life is yes, Sanchita Karma. So karma is not the effect of the negative actions you did. Karma is a collection of or individual emotions put together, all together is a Sanchita Karma, which you did not plan to burn. This life you just came only to burn Prarabdha Karma, which is this life. Okay. So if you get, now you came to this program and you got realized and enlightened. Okay. So this is a new beginning for you. Means you're born new. You died and you're born new today. Today morning when you say you're fresh means you are a new being. How do we know it? How do I know so clearly that you are born new? Because yesterday when we read Garga Samhita scripture, it spoke about the story of a person getting reborn by Krishna, correct? Remember, Apurva? So the person, when he saw Krishna, I forgot the full story, but did he have story about me? Uh, so he was meditating to see Krishna. So he was meditating, and Krishna and Radha came next to them, and Krishna was looking at him just outside, but he was not opening eyes because he could see Krishna inside him in heart, right? So he's seeing that. So he's not opening because he's fulfilled seeing Krishna. So Krishna will call him. So then Krishna will pull the Antaryamin and merge it into his heart because Krishna only is there inside him, right? Krishna is physically outside him. So Krishna will pull that Antaryamin, which is his consciousness, back into his body. Then he just woke up. Huh? Suddenly the Antaryamin disappeared. What happened? Then he saw him outside. So then he'll say, finally, he recognized. Many people do not recognize Krishna. He recognized because he was meditating on him. And then he will lie down like prostrate before Krishna, lie down, and he will ask for liberation. So before that, his soul will leave his body and enter into Krishna's body. Inside Krishna's body. Okay, this is physical Krishna. He's alive that time. And then he he calls the meditating yogi, his name. Yeah. So the light being, the soul, will come out and enter into Sri Krishna. So then Krishna will call his name. So, and then this saint will come out of Krishna's body, Krishna's feet, and then he will be having the form of Krishna. Since he will look like Krishna only with the blue body like that. So then he gets liberated. He will get the new form, which is Krishna's form, and then he gets liberated and he goes into Goloka. Okay. So when we hear this story, which we were not planning to read, right? I didn't know this story is due because we are going through the Garga Samhita. It's a huge scripture, right? It's like this big, right? How do I know which story is in this book, right? Garga Samhita. So it's a scripture in which it's full of Lord Krishna's stories. And this story, so that is basically the process that we are doing in the program yesterday is actually this God realization process. Means your soul gets consecrated with Krishna, Radha and Krishna's consciousness. So you're born new. Now suppose you have had this process before with me, again you will get new one because now you've been corrupting with your thinking, right? Your low perception. Now again you have new. So take the new perception with you. Why do you want to carry your old baggage? So that is why we are respecting the Krishna and Radha inside you, in your heart now, so that they can have their own life, not the life which we had. Get it? Right. So then this perception that we are going to give you is Radha and Krishna's perception. How Bhagavad Gita is perceived, how we perceive Bhagavad Gita is basically Lord Krishna's perception. So if this perception is right, then you can have the karmic clearance happening. Rumba, I asked if you can contemplate on your life purpose, right? So your life purpose has to align with the vision of Lord Krishna and Radha. And if it aligns, and if it's truthfully aligned, he will project to the future and see if it's like you're really aligning your will, then Sanchita Karma will just fly out of your karmic baggage. Means you are determining yourself, determined to take the new path, which is God realized life. So there is no hope for your good life, which you expect somehow, which happens in the future. It's like you have a bank loan and you have been having bank loans for last every year. Then you assume that there's nothing, no loan. Right? But the bank will come when time is on. Bank will come and ask you, right? Where's my money? Like that. Okay? So karmic afflictions will keep on disturbing. It will not stop. Maybe you have worked for like 30, 40 years on emotions, which you face this life, right? You don't know what you faced last life, right? So you are handling it for this life. For what? For you to feel better. Correct? So whose need is it? Your need, correct? So where is divine there? So if your perception about your life and your life purpose is centralized around you, or for some people, it is centralized around people. For someone, like I'm going to help 1 million people, or I'm going to help humanity. Still, it is centralized around you. You are going to help humanity, right? So you can get enlightened and you can grow in your consciousness. But the karmas that is in your system, which is due this life, will come up and show up before you. Okay? First, in case you have been successful to burn the existing karmas up to today, suppose, then Sanchita karma will start happening, coming to you. You get it? No? I'll say it again. Let's say this life. See, we can only see in this life what karmas are there for this life. Correct? This life you have some relationship problems or some traumas. And so those emotions you want to clear because it's clogging up. Correct? So that belongs to prarabdha karma. Sanchita karma you do not know about because you don't know. You didn't take that with you this life. So it is in the Akashic records stored for you. A million lives, maybe. In case you have been worshipping your God, loving your Guru, and you're going through karmic regular cleansing, like you came for 31 programs, and we are doing homas, rituals. So your current life baggage is getting cleared because what is your intention of coming to the program? I like me to feel better and I want my life to be better. Okay. Yes. A few of you like others' life also to be better. But which others? It's around you. You can only think about others through your perception. Correct or not? Yeah. So even if you take a million people around you to help, even if you help a billion people, even if you help 7 billion, 8 billion people, all of them, still you are helping them through your perception, through your eyes. Right? So you're successful. Let's say you found that way out, enlightenment way, right? So you're successful. Remember that up to enlightenment, you can reach there. Then Sanchita karma will open up before you. Means you will feel like this is not my life. My life never this used to happen. This kind of bad luck never happened. This kind of negative problems never came. This kind of emotions I have never felt. This seems like others' emotion. This seems like their diseases, like that. You get it? You after your awakening or enlightenment, you start seeing there are other suffering coming up. You may think it is negative energy of others, negative energy of place, negative energy of negative karmas of other people. Like I'm around some negative people and some negative energies came into me and you're suffering all because of others' negativity, right? This is your current perception. So you'll try to avoid people, reject bad people, right? So you cut off relationships. Is that Radha Krishna way? No. So you're managing it. And you put the blame of your suffering. Oh, I'm such a compassionate person and I have helped that person and his karma came to me. I'm suffering. That karma that you can absorb. See, anything that you suffer is yours. You take it as a teaching. All suffering is yours. Okay? So that person you think or collective or a group or a country, right? Who is doing some bad things or some disease, pandemic, which you are suffering because of that if you feel it's not yours, it means in this life you never felt it and it feels differently, it is part of Sanchita karma. We say it's collective karma, right? We say, oh, it's country karma, it is society karma, it is world karma. But you are born in this world. There are millions of other worlds, billions of other universes, right? Why did you choose this world? If you choose this world, all of the world karma is also in you. That is how Sanchita karma starts opening up. Means you will start having problems with the larger society and all this. Okay? So there is no hope for you if you are traversing through this life with self-perception, self-centric view. So how does, for example, how Ariel should view her relationship, right? So first view is, I should feel better way. I need to have a better partner. Yes, for a better cause, for a larger cause. I'm going to help people. I want to have a spiritual life and I'm going to help the divine and all this. Yes, it's a higher purpose, right? But is that Radha Krishna's purpose? Is it Jesus Christ's purpose? I'm not sure, right? So we find out the difference in perception. So let's say Radha and Krishna, Ariel is connecting to Radha and Krishna, and then she asks, like, what is my life purpose? Hmm? What Ariel will ask is, what is your purpose of me being here? Hmm? Then Radha Krishna will say, no, my purpose is yours. You're my devotee. Please tell me what you want. We'll put it back to you. And then she's going to say, I want to have a good relationship, like that. Or fame or money or whatever. And then Radha and Krishna is going to say, yes, you can have it through our perception. What's our perception? Intense, unconditional love to everything and everyone, and seeing everyone as Radha and Krishna, and absolutely no negative emotions or suffering arising out of the relationship on at any given moment. It's the opposite. Your karmas will keep on getting burnt. Your negative emotions will feel positive to you. It's a very different world. I'm going to introduce to you. Tomorrow, I'm going to take you into that details, what it is. It's a very different world, very different life, which is not really described anywhere, or you would have never heard it also. Very rarely people have got it, this state. So then purpose of life becomes Radha and Krishna's purpose of life. What it is, I can only say a little bit of it, which are the symptoms. So basically, your state will raise into a state of pure love to everyone equally, all the time, radiating. No, no, no. I'm not saying this relationship or that relationship. I'm not giving any advice here. Okay. I'm just saying that anyone's relationship, yours is an example only. I'm not reading you at all. Okay. I'm saying that any relationship has got the karmic implications. Anyone who has a new relationship will have an expectation of a new relationship to be better, or existing relationship to get better, but that wishing for that betterment in the relationship is so that you feel good about that relationship, right? That's the first intent, which is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad or don't feel it or something, right? So the you can feel about it, you can make an intent, you can desire, and the divine can shower you with grace, and divine can give you a relationship, and you can continue with the relationship. It will become beautiful. You will have beautiful family life. Everything Radha and Krishna can give you. I'm not saying no to that at all. But the law of karma is still is there. So what do we do with that? For everyone. I'm not speaking about Ariel here. I'm speaking about each one of you. Ariel is just an example to show you difference in perception. In that perception, if you shift completely into it, so as soon as Ariel will try to relate, she will radiate that love of Radha and Krishna, and that will immediately simultaneously get radiated from him, and there will be too much love. And suppose there is some kind of conflict also, it won't be felt in you. It will be like increasing the love more and more and more. I cannot explain more about that. state until you get to there. You get to there and then you tell. So this is kind of symptoms. How to handle the karmic baggage that you carry? Like I said, yes, you may be able to like clean up, gather up the karma, which you know about you, right? Your suffering is different from your next person, right? Your suffering is very different from your sister, brother, right? It's very different. So you have your own unique set of suffering and patterns, right? So if you really master this karmic clearing process of doing rituals or coming into the programs and all this, right? It's temporary because the Sanchita karma which is there, which we can call unconscious mind, is too large that at some point it will start showing up in you. So there is no hope for the future. If we are running life from a self perspective or from the collective also, because that is larger cause, right? So if you go to major teachings and if you listen to talks and if you listen to some processes and all, they will say that yes, you align your will to the cosmic will, universal will, and the universe is going to take care of you, and you'll have a excellent future, and you will have the opportunity to serve the divine and all of this. All of this are excellent. Keep going with that path if you that's the path. But Radha and Krishna likes to give you something higher and better. Do you want to have the sweet life, sweet love between you and your partner? Hmm? If you don't have a partner, do you want to have a sweet love happening between you and Radha and Krishna? Do you like it to be sustaining and permanent? Hmm? So then the expansion of your vision, of your state, which affects from the vision, the raising of your vision is critical. Hmm? So I have taught you a lot about aligning your individual will to cosmic will, which is there for the basic people, right? When you're going to be acharyas, when you're going to teach people, you can teach that. But this particular program, only this one, Radha and Krishna has this plan, which is to clear your Sanchita karma. Okay. Okay. So I'll take a couple of questions before I get into the Diksha for it. Okay. Diksha and process.